Universally acknowledged, pedagogy is defined as the art or science of teaching methods and learning activities. I have spent more than 25 years in the classroom teaching college classes, and I have constantly been learning as well as developing my teaching strategies and skills. So the point is, how does pedagogy help a teacher in making their teaching better or making the learning of the students better? Throughout my career, I have been attending workshops, teacher trainers workshops, listening to different people, watching videos on YouTube, and seeing the people talk about how to teach effectively. Effective teaching is a very tricky, or let us say, a very intriguing term. You cannot judge your own teaching by the ways the others tell you to do because it is a matter of practice. A teacher who goes into the classroom every day and faces, let us say, 40, 50, or 100 students in different classes has got to adjust to the level of the learners. The basic thing that I want to talk about is, in my view, effective teaching is the only effective way to teach is to come down to the level of your learners. When the learner and the teacher operate on the same wavelength, when the teacher always pretends to be not knowing everything and learning everything for the first time, like the students are doing it, he or she is actually making the teaching most effective because learners would love to share their experiences, would love to see that their teacher is working with them at the same, say, level where they are now. At this point, let me remind you of Aristotle's very famous quote: I know that I know nothing. I think the best teacher always goes into the classroom with this kind of mindset: I know that I know nothing. Although uh, Socrates had practiced it before Aristotle came to this conclusion, we learn that Socrates always asked questions as if he knew nothing, and he asked the others to find answers, to look for answers, and come up with something concrete or solid. This is the way I think we should continue our teaching. One more thing that is very apt at this point, that is uh, the dogma teaching. This theory or this, say, idea was proposed by Professor Scott Thornberry back in the start of 21st century. And I think if you are an ELT professional, it works very well because away from the textbooks, you are actually interacting with the students from their own point of view. You get a chance to interact with them, to converse with them from their own age group or from their own mental stage. Okay, so I try to do such things in my class every day. Now, although I am at the twilight of my career, I am still feeling as if I really know nothing. Having taught the students, I will not say that I have been teaching them the masters like Shakespeare or Milton or Dickens or other big writers of English literature. But the point is that I am a grammar teacher, a teacher who has to take a look at the grammar. Similarly, there is also the stuff, some part of composition work like letter writing or essay writing or things like that. The more I interact with the students, I am always trying to tell them or reassure them that I am also learning these things for the first time. I never pretend to be very experienced or very vastly, say, well versed in these things because I am not. And this is where your teaching becomes quite effective or quite meaningful, where you and the learner are standing at the same pedestal and you are trying to understand the things in your own way. We may call it interactive method or communicative method or whatever other, say, teaching techniques you may think of. But one thing remains clear, that learners will love to learn when the teacher comes down from the high pedestal of scholarship and joins them as if he or she is the same age group and is learning with them, not teaching them or not informing them or not filling their brains with information. A teacher will be very successful if every learner in the class is participating, not looking to the teacher for, say, help or guidance, but naturally and spontaneously expressing himself or herself so that they are comfortable with their learning, and the teacher, of course, should rest assured that the thing is working and it is working quite effectively. Even if it is a differentiated classroom, your classroom is vibrant with voices and you are really going through your business. I would like to add some other videos after this. This was all for today. I would like to continue this, say, uh, sharing of experiences with the people, especially the teaching community, wherever they are teaching or wherever they are, say, working. The most important thing or the essential point that I have gained from my, as I have said, more than 25 years of service is that you have to go down instead of going up to maintain a long distance between you and your learners. You become a learner, your teaching becomes effective. You behave like a student and you are teaching yourself something that was never taught to you. If you like this video, please don't hesitate to subscribe. I would also love to see your feedback in the form of comments and your response, whichever way you think it fit to respond to this video. Thank you for watching.